tot11 and 103.7 WTIB present Talk of the Town with Henry Hinton. News, sports, and community information, and everything that's going on around town. Now, with Talk of the Town, here's your host, Henry Hinton.
All right, welcome back. It's Talk of the Town here Monday morning, November the 25th. It's Thanksgiving week. Good to have everybody. Trent McGee is here on sports. Good morning, McGee.
Good morning, Hen.
Carly Swain at the news desk this morning from WITN. Good morning, Carl.
Good morning.
And Coach Carr is producing for radio this morning. Good morning, Coach. Congratulations. Understand your North Pitt girls basketball team won its first game on Friday night?
Yes, we did. Good morning.
What was the score?
We won by 12, 53 to 41.
You're going to be pretty good again this year?
I think so. They're young, but eventually they're going to mature. So, yeah, I think we are, yeah.
Michael Buscemi is here after being here all day Saturday, putting in all the new equipment that we stole from WITN.
Didn't steal it. Come on.
As far as they know. Actually, Mark Gentner, the general manager of WITN, has been very kind to us, has he not?
Beyond
when they built their new high-tech studios, we took all their leftovers.
It's
and
like
we're
Thanksgiving
enjoying every one of us.
Just think Friday morning this week, leftovers. That's us right here.
Don't do that. You're going to make yourself hungry.
I know it. Can we not talk about food this hour at all, by the way? I have to have a colonoscopy tomorrow morning. And here's the bad thing. That I can eat like Jell-O today.
Nom, nom.
But then tomorrow morning, I can't have anything. I don't think I can even have coffee. So I'm telling you, I'll be in here tomorrow morning, and it'll be like Jesus coming into the temple. I'll be knocking tables over. I'll be screaming at people.
I'm so glad I was on the Monday schedule.
It ain't going to be pretty.
No coffee even?
I don't think I can serve. I don't think I can have water.
You have to be drinking the stuff that they give you, I guess.
Well, yeah, you drink that tonight. I started drinking that at 6 o'clock tonight, and then basically sit in the bathroom all night. So
that'll be fun. So you'll come in sleep deprived without food and wanting coffee tomorrow.
I will. Yeah,
can't wait. Should be a great.
But here's the
Tuesday
thing, because I take that cleanse tonight. It takes every single thing out of your body that's in it. I mean, and it comes erupting out like a volcano. I know that's more information than people need.
Yeah, it's still 8:07 in the morning.
But here's the thing. I'll be totally ready for Thanksgiving.
Yes, you will.
Don't get sick, though, now. Now I'm thinking, start slow.
I'm thinking it might be a good thing because my stomach will be so shrunk.
Maybe.
I won't be able to
But you
eat
might be,
much,
you know what? I've heard some of the best things to do is do some, I know you might laugh at this, but a couple natural, organic, fruits and veggies to start back. Just to make it an easy transition on your stomach.
I'm going to IHOP.
Never mind.
I'm going to IHOP
Straight
right
for the
after.
meat.
Stick to the meat. It's not going to be helpful.
This will be like my third or fourth colonoscopy. And by the way, this is a great time for me to say to you, chickens out there who have never had a colonoscopy, who are 50 years old and older, your chicken. There's nothing to it. You get that little Versed cocktail in your IV, and then you just go off, and you're like on a desert island somewhere.
Is that my colon?
They give you good drugs over there. That's what they do.
No, it's a Nissan Pathfinder. It's a commercial you've seen on.
So you don't ever completely go out. It's not like anesthesia. You just kind of don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Which is really good because there's nothing to the colonoscopy. I mean, there's nothing to that. They just stick a hose up your butt, boom, it's over. But is that too graphic, Coach? Coach is laughing at that. You've had one, haven't you?
Simple as that.
You better have. How old
are you? Up the butt.
Yeah, I had one last year.
But here's the thing. I have to have the endoscopy also where they have to go down your throat with that, and they have to stick that hose down your throat. Now, I remember the gagging reflex on that. You do remember that when you wake up the next, like an hour later and your throat is sore and you're like, holy moly. So anyway, there's my
something to look forward to.
There's my next 35 hours. So if you see me anywhere late this afternoon or early tomorrow morning, get out of my way.
Question here.
I'm going to be in a bad mood. Yes.
Did the doctor request for you to have this, or you just?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And this your third or fourth one?
Yeah, because if you have any, and again, this gets a little gross, but if you have any polyps, they just keep checking you. I mean, I've never had any problems. So I think I started having. This will be like my. I've never had any colonoscopy issue, but I'm 60, so this is my third one. I'm right on schedule. You're supposed to get one when you're
5 years, right?
50, when you're 55, when you're 60.
Right. Okay.
And my doctor is very diligent about that. I mean, it's not optional with him. When you turn 60, boom, you're going back and getting it. But I did have a little issue in my throat when I had my first endoscopy because I have this Barrett syndrome thing, which you have to, you have to watch that. It can turn into something bad. And so we keep a close eye on it. But I take medicine for it. It's fine.
That's good.
As far as we know. Just say a little prayer for me tonight.
Knock on laminate.
I've been reading I was talking about Bob Lee, who was on the show on Friday. He wrote a column. And he's talking about this morning's column, and you can see it on my Facebook page. Did you link it on the WTIB Facebook page?
No, but I will.
You should.
Oh, you mean the one from last week?
No, this one this morning.
Oh, yeah.
It's a new one this morning. He talks about the fact that after the East Carolina game, the billboard appeared on the Beltline in Raleigh that says, "Our state."
So funny.
So now NC State fans are commenting on his website. And this one has this one, they don't have to give their name. This guy is he goes under the handle NCSU 68 grad. So this guy's, a 1968 graduate of NC State. And so here's what he says. Let's see. As to the Our State, there was a need for it, but then it got out of control. This is the Our State slogan that NC State has. And my kids are paying the price. I know that you know that ERISA was not my prom date. I don't know what that is, so leave it. Okay. If you read the early releases, a salute to State fans with a play on the State fan, rather well thought out. But as we now know, sometimes fate can be cruel. Yeah, when you claim that it's your state, that tends to backfire on you. I did at first have my doubts about the authenticity of the ECU billboard. There were a lot of NC State fans on the internet this weekend saying that's fake. But it's not fake. It's up on the Beltline in Raleigh. It says, I did at first have my doubts about the authenticity of the ECU billboard, but after seeing different phone shots of it, it is real. I only hope, as Billy Joe said, that I think he meant Billy Joel. Billy Joe is the guy from Green Day, right? Mm-hmm. Billy Joel?
Yeah.
As Billy Joel said, not too much take-home pay was expended for the sheer thrill of the moment. As to the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, Russell had the weekend off. Phillip played, so he goes on and talks about all the great quarterbacks that were at NC State. But here's the thing that just kills me. He says, listen to this. If this doesn't infuriate you, if you're a Pirate fan, one final comment. The next time that you talk with Johnny, he's talking about John Swafford, tell him that never, ever scheduling ECU in the ACC would be the best thing he could ever do to improve the stadium experience for the fans. The Raleigh Police Department and campus cops had police charter buses outside Carter Finley on Saturday. They had two in case there were some unruly North Carolina State fans, and they could keep them separate. This is exactly what the driver told me. You know too well that most of life's most memorable comic moments cannot be made up. He said that they had more buses around the corner if needed, and that they expected to use at least two of them for the purple people. I don't know if there were any skirmishes or arrests. I left with about 5 minutes to go, so I was concerned about the celebrating horde of purple-clad revelers vandalizing cars that were red or had NC State tags. It has happened before, you know. I would like to have this guy right in front of me so I could beat his ass this morning.
That's...
Here's the thing. They're still complaining about something that didn't happen in 1987. The NC State fans are still complaining. I mean, I'd love to hear from a State fan. Call me this morning. For crying out loud, can we stop talking about what happened in 1987? Just accept the fact. But here's a guy saying that ECU is so unruly that they had to have police buses waiting for us, and that he got out to his car and left because he didn't want his car vandalized. What is wrong with this guy? Does that frustrate anybody else? First of all, I thought that the East Carolina fans were very well behaved, and I didn't see any problems. And the truth of the matter is, the Pirate fans went up there and took over Carter-Finley Stadium.
There were pockets of fans on both sides doing their fair share of trash talking. I saw it firsthand. It was below me, it was above me, but it was both sides. It wasn't one or the other, and it was in a sense After that, it all ended. It didn't carry over into the second half. It was quick. No police had to be involved. Just your typical, rabid fan bases going at each other for about 5 minutes, and that was it.
Another State fan says, our state is pretty darn funny. Sometimes you have to laugh at yourself. If there's one thing I've learned, the infinitely hard way this year is how to take a good hard look at what is and what is not important. 3 wins and a bunch of losses on a football field falls under what is not. Trust me on this, woofs. I've stared into the losses that count this year, and football ain't one of them. Disappointing, yes, but no matter who you are, you never win them all. But, I just wish that State fans would stop that. Stop bringing that up, Stop bringing that up. You would think after all these years, and look, it was a great atmosphere on Saturday. I thought it was fine.
But, if not for the large contingency of ECU fans, that stadium would have appeared somewhat empty.
But, the truth of the matter is it actually struck me that with East Carolina's program now at a level where it's beating ACC teams regularly, and competitive also in basketball. You would say this might be a great time to take a shot at trying to get into the ACC, but it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen not because of this NC State fan who thinks that, but it's not going to happen just simply because now you have too much power outside of North Carolina controlling votes in the ACC. And, teams like Syracuse, Boston College, Virginia Tech, Miami, Clemson, they don't want North Carolina to get any more teams because they think North Carolina already has too many teams in the ACC.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
561-8255. 561-8255. What kind of experience did you have on Saturday? Since we didn't have a post-game show on Saturday, it'd be a good time to call and talk about it. We can talk about how great East Carolina's doing.
Look, I was met by, I shook hands with, I was offered a few beverages from many NC State fans walking up to the Carter-Finley, and I had a great parking spot, by the way, for the game, so I didn't have to go through a lot of student tailgaters, but all very kind. After the game, shook my hand, said, "Hey, you guys got a good football team." I was impressed with the way.
You know what I saw? I saw NC, and you don't see this at Carolina games, by the way. I saw East Carolina and NC State fans partying together before and after the game. That's what I saw. My wife and I got invited to a friend of mine from Winston-Salem who's a big NC State guy, had a huge tailgate party, and we went to his tailgate party, and it was great. It was probably half NC State people, half East Carolina people. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun. We walked around to some of the RV lots, all the Pirate fans and State fans. See, a guy who writes something like that just exacerbates look, you're going to have idiots at every football game. I don't care where you are.
Sure.
You're going to have people that don't keep it in perspective. But what I saw Saturday was a bunch of people just having fun.
Yeah.
In the tailgate lots. And I'm telling you, to make a big deal out of it like this dude is and bring up the 87 mess is just really pathetic. Should I respond to that on Bob Lee's website? McGee, why don't you respond? If I respond, I'll just be a lightning rod.
I need a good alias.
Bring them out of the woodwork. All right. What kind of experience did you have? We can take some calls. 561-8255. 561-TALK. Give us a call. We will be right back. More Talk of the Town here on Monday morning. And Carly's got news headlines coming up as well. Give us a call, 561-8255. And remember, Steve Logan tonight, 6 to 8, brought to you by Meineke Car Care. Coach Logan back on tonight after being off last week for the Duke ECU basketball game. Speaking of competitiveness, we will be right back.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we are empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
Summer may be over, but vacation time starts now. Greenville Toyota is going to give you a payment vacation. Make no payments until 2014 on any new Toyota. Pick the new Toyota you want and don't make a payment until next year. Like the all-new 2014 Corolla, in stock and available now. Only $148 a month. Plus, every new Toyota comes with cover maintenance for life with the Greenville Toyota Advantage. Give Greenville Toyota just 15 minutes to lower your current car payment and then take a payment vacation with no payments till 2014.
Pepsi, born here, raised by Panthers fans everywhere.
Raise your Pepsi for a chance to win the ultimate fan experience. See specially marked 18 packs or visit PepsiRaisedHere.com to learn more.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units 8x15 or 8x10 delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a live-in manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
Having a vision of what really matters is how we succeed. Keeping an eye on the ball, seeing all the things that we need. Focusing on the big picture, always striving to do what's right. Carolina Vision Care, we keep what's important inside.
Carly likes that song.
I know the whole rap. Not even kidding.
She's moonwalking at the news desk.
I'd love to hear you do that.
Oh, yeah.
22 after. Let's go to the phones. Jake. Good morning, Jake.
How you doing?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. I'm class of 77, NC State, and I travel in Eastern North Carolina a lot. First of all, I wish we had a radio station like this one, that you're not ashamed to say who your favorite team is, and you know, we can't even mention it in Raleigh without somebody getting offended.
Somebody in a focus group would tell them not to do it in Raleigh.
Right.
You do have Joe Ovius. He's pretty.
Well, you know the other thing too. You got to remember all the Raleigh stations. You got Duke, Carolina, and NC State up there. So
right,
we can
have one.
We can be homers.
Yeah, and it's great. I enjoy the heck out of it. But I was at the game Saturday. And
did you get your car vandalized?
No, not really. I mean, we had a great time. I mean, a lot of my closest friends are East Carolina. I mean, that's just the way it is. And it's not like we want to kill each other. Or,
yeah.
I mean, the older you get, you realize how much it really doesn't matter. But
that's exactly right.
We just had a great time, and you know, going back and forth with some of the crowd and everything. And it's been that way about as long as I can remember. Even when I was a student, it's a great rivalry, and I just wish that we had East Carolina in the ACC instead of Syracuse or Boston College.
Boom! Thank you.
We don't care about.
Exactly.
We don't care what Boston College does.
Yeah.
Look, every game would be a sellout almost.
See, this guy
area.
that wrote on Bob Lee's website doesn't agree with you. He thinks that East Carolina should not be scheduled ever again. Why is that? Why is there that hangover from that '87 experience with some of these NC State fans?
'87 game.
Yeah.
I was there, and it's like if people remember correctly, it wasn't students that caused this problem.
Correct.
It was some knotheads, and there's some in every crowd, but
yeah.
They were the ones that really caused this whole ruckus after the game.
But this guy says they had the police paddy wagons waiting for the purple people, and he had to leave the game early because he wanted to make sure his car wasn't vandalized. I mean, that infuriates me. I just can't.
Saturday?
That's what he's saying. But I mean,
that was the tamest I've ever been to. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, now I did see a lot of police. They were looking for alcohol pretty extensively. I mean, that's the most I've seen that happen lately. But
by the way, there were ECU campus police there as well. I talked to the chancellor at NC State before the game, and he was telling me there'd been great cooperation with East Carolina. By the way, I really, really like your chancellor. He's Randy Woodson's a quality guy.
Right.
Like him a lot. He's doing a great job. But this idea, I mean, this idea that somehow the East Carolina fans were going to be so rowdy they needed police buses and stuff. Give me a break. Give me
I've
a
been
break.
to several games at East Carolina over the years, and always had a great time.
Well, look, as an NC State guy, and after getting beat, what did you think of the billboard that went up on the Beltline in Raleigh that said "Our State"?
I thought it was hilarious.
I did too. I thought it was good.
I mean, whoever's got the team at that year, I mean, enjoy it really.
Yeah.
Have a ball.
Jake, I love your attitude, man. Thank you.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Talk
Henry.
to you later.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
Bye-bye.
the phone call. 26 after. We got to get Carly in because we're running late. Let's go. We'll take some more phone calls if you want to at 561-8255. Let's go to Carly Swain now. Our news update this hour brought to you by Suddenlink. Here is Carly at the news desk. Good morning, Carly.
Good morning. And let's start in Carteret County this morning, or out to the coast, I should say, rather. Two teenage boys plucked from what would have been near freezing conditions over the weekend when their boat took on water in the Currituck Sound. The Coast Guard got a call from Currituck County 911 around 8 Sunday morning asking for a Coast Guard helicopter. An MH-60 Jayhawk from Elizabeth City got there by 9, found the teens had abandoned their boat, and actually climbed up marker 99. A helicopter crew lowered a swimmer who then helped hoist the two teens into the helicopter. They were both taken to Albemarle Hospital. No word yet on how they're recovering this morning. The North Carolina chapter of the NAACP and some neighbors are taking their concerns about closing a hospital to the altar. On Monday, the NAACP is scheduled to host a rally and a prayer vigil for Vidant Pungo Hospital. Vidant said it's replacing the hospital with a 24-hour clinic because of the current facility's age and lack of revenue. The NAACP argues low-income people with emergency medical needs will likely be turned away from that new clinic. The Monday night rally and vigil is set for 5 o'clock tonight in Greenville at the corner of Memorial Drive and Stansburg Road. A Heisman Trophy winner is signing autographs and addressing a serious issue aboard Camp Lejeune today. 3-time All-American Herschel Walker is on base, talking with Marines and sailors this morning. The mission is erasing the stigma of mental illness. Walker will also be sharing some of his personal stories after being diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder, also known as multiple personalities. Organizers say the goal is to make sure our heroes know they have a support system ready to help them manage mental health issues if they come up. This is not Walker's first trip to talk with our local Marines. He was also at Camp Lejeune in 2012 and back in 2009. And the NFL fame continues throughout the East today. Some Kinston families will be giving thanks for a hometown NFL player's kindness this Thanksgiving. New York Jets outside linebacker and defensive end Quentin Coples is giving back at home on Monday with another turkey giveaway. He's partnering with the Gate of Lenoir County and Piggly Wiggly for this event. At 3 o'clock today, families who live at the St. John's Village Apartments will get a free turkey until supplies last. At 5 o'clock, more turkeys will be given away at the Piggly Wiggly store on Heritage Street. There is a limit, 1 bird per household, and those wishing to receive a free Thanksgiving turkey are asked to have 2 forms of identification and a proof of residency with them, like a driver's license or a utility bill. Time now is 8:29. That's a look at your WITN News update for this Monday morning. Henry, back to you.
Let me get this straight. To get a free turkey, You know what's coming. You must have an ID. You must have an ID.
These comments have already appeared on WITN.com by viewers. I know where you're going with this.
So it's wrong to have an ID to vote, but it's not wrong to ask people to have an ID to get a free
No political
turkey.
statement inferred. It's just what the organization is asking for this morning.
This is the turkey ID bill that was passed by the legislature earlier this year.
Turkey ID bill.
Thank you, Carly.
Good morning.
Have a good Thanksgiving. Are you back this week, or are you done?
I think that's it for me. So maybe I'll have some pecan pie leftovers to bring in next week.
Have a good. Really?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Seriously, you're bringing
next
up food
week,
again?
but it's not even available till next week.
All right, let's check our weather. Here's McGee. Today's going to be okay. Thanksgiving Day is going to be okay, but in between, not so much.
Yeah, it's going to get warmer today. It's 25 degrees right now. It's actually 18 degrees inside the studio. It's going to be a high of 45 degrees today. Partly cloudy skies for tonight, becoming cloudy after midnight with lows around 30 degrees for Tuesday. Showers in the morning, becoming windy with a steady rainfall for the afternoon. Warmer, though, with a high of 64 degrees. The rainfall continues into Tuesday night. Perhaps a rumble of thunder late, low of 58 degrees. For Wednesday, again, cloudy with morning rain. And Wednesday should be the best chance of rain throughout the day. Highs in the mid-60s and lows in the low 20s. And for Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, we get sunshine back in the forecast, but very cold. Highs in the mid-40s and lows in the mid-20s.
By the way, it's 8:30, and the temperature is now 25 degrees. It got down to 19.
It's about that cold
this
here.
morning.
It's freezing
at about 10 to 8 this morning. It was 19 degrees. Our news and weather this hour brought to you by Suddenlink. Hey, if you like fast internet, you need Suddenlink. They got the fastest internet in town. And also SL200 HD TV, crystal clear high definition. And remember, with Suddenlink, it's a true bundle. Satellite cannot do that. Switch now to Suddenlink and bundle and save. And share the love. Tell your friends and family how much you love Suddenlink, and you'll get $75. That's right. When you refer a new customer to Suddenlink, make sure you let them know that you referred. You both get a $25 credit on your bill for each new service. So if they sign up for all three, get the bundle, TV, internet, phone, you get $75, both of you, credit on your phone bill and on your total Suddenlink bill. Switch now and save to Suddenlink. And by the way, some great video on-demand movies. Planes is now on. And my grandson was with me last week. I believe that was Thursday. And we watched Planes on video on demand. And it's by the same people that do Cars, the Mater and Lightning McQueen. So Planes is the hot new movie for kids, and we watched that. Also, Jobs is coming out tomorrow, and Red 2 coming out tomorrow as well. So a lot of good movies on video on demand for the weekend. Going to be cold. You can make a fire and turn on video on demand. If you don't have Suddenlink, call them now. 866-432-1184. 866-432-1184. Some new poll numbers out. The Elon University poll is out, and practically everybody in the state and national office is taking a beating in this thing. Now, I will say this. I was talking to some of the McCrory people last week about this, and they don't, this poll is not as important as some of the other polls for this reason. They poll everybody. They don't poll registered voters. But, and of course, and it just depends on what you're using the poll for. Politicians want to know where they stand to get reelected and that kind of thing. More than half of the people in North Carolina surveyed, 54%, think that Obamacare will make things worse in the state of North Carolina. That's a 4-point drop since September, amid widely reported problems with the federal website and policy cancellation. Not good news for Governor McCrory. McCrory's approval rating, again, down 3 more percent. It went to 33%, a drop from 36% in September. It was 46% in April. He still has strong support among Republicans, but has lost a lot of independent support. Only 29% of independent voters think that Governor McCrory is doing a good job. Kay Hagan has a 44% disapproval rating and 37% approval rating. Richard Burr, 33% disapproval, 30% approval. Pollsters say Hagan and Burr suffered after the federal shutdown. And Hagan had a lower don't know rating. In other words, I don't know what kind of job she's doing, 19% than Burr. Elon says that reflects the fact she's running for re-election, and so more people have opinions on her. Now, to the U.S. Senate race in 2014, not many know much about the Republican challengers yet. House Speaker Tom Tillis was recognized, I'm surprised by this, by only 28% of respondents. Now, keep in mind, as I said before, these are not registered voters. They just do a random phone call across the state. And Tom Tillis known by only 28%, 32% view him unfavorably, 46% say they don't know. The challenger in that race, the strongest challenger, is Reverend Mark Harris, who is the president of the Southern Baptist Convention, a Charlotte Southern Baptist minister. He has only 17% name recognition, and the other Republican, Greg Brannon, who's that Cary doctor, has less than 10% name recognition. Congress suffered from the shutdown, nearly a 14% approval in September to a little more. Can you get this? 8%. People in North Carolina surveyed, 8% say Congress is doing a good job. Who are they? And North Carolina's General Assembly, much better, 32% of the people surveyed said that the General Assembly is doing a good job. Now, to some national poll numbers that have just been released here in the last few minutes. Listen to this. CNN ORC International has just released a national poll. Here's what they say. America is losing confidence in Barack Obama. The numbers don't look good, but these things change over time. Listen to this. Right now, only 4 in 10 Americans, 40%, believe that the president can manage the federal government effectively. The new CNN poll also says that 53% of all Americans believe that Obama is not honest and not trustworthy. That's the first time ever that Obama has a majority of the people polled in this country believe that he is not trustworthy and not honest. But it is what it is. All right, what do you think about this? We can talk about this. We talk more about NC State. If you got some comments this morning, love to hear from you. Open lines. Open line Monday here as we approach Thanksgiving. 561-8255. Give us a call. 561-8255. We'll be back with more here on Talk of the Town. 24 now in front of 9.
The Pirates return to Williams Arena at Minges Coliseum in November. Be part of the action-packed atmosphere as your CIT champion men's basketball team takes to the court. You'll be on your feet and cheering as Conference USA Coach of the Year Heather Macy leads the women's team back to postseason play. Get all 31 home men's and women's games for as low as $100. For tickets, call 252-737-4500 or visit ECUPirates.com.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units 8x15 or 8x10 delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a living manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are Pirate supporting Pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
Don't miss the Shaw Floors You Save, We Give sale. You save up to $500 on select Shaw flooring, like carpet, hardwood, and more. We give to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to help them find cures and save children. Hurry, event ends November 18th.
Contact Jason Boyd today at Boyd's Carpet, 115C Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Call 321-7066.
The Pirates return to Williams Arena at Minchie's Coliseum in November. Be part of the action-packed atmosphere as your CIT champion men's basketball team takes to the court. You'll be on your feet and cheering as Conference USA Coach of the Year Heather Macy leads the women's team back to postseason play. Get all 31 home men's and women's games for as low as $100. For tickets, call 252-737-4500 or visit ECUPirates.com.
Having a vision of what really matters is how we succeed. Keeping an eye on the ball, seeing all the things that we need. Focusing on the big picture, always striving to do what's right. Carolina Vision Care, we keep what's important in sight.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco.
Okay, it's 20 minutes in front of 9 o'clock. Love to hear from you this morning. We got open lines. Everybody's too cold to call in this morning. I thought they want to talk about the state ECU stuff and the billboard and all that. 561-8255. 561-8255. We had one NC State fan call in, but we'd love to hear from Pirate fans as well. Whatever you want to talk about this morning. You can talk about these new poll numbers where 53% of the country thinks Obama is a liar. How about them apples? Isn't that something? They think he's not honest. 53. How bad is that when you've got a national poll, CNN even, that says that the president is not honest? Mm. That's pretty nasty when your president is seen as, dishonest. You would think that Obama would be able to get 60% of any poll to say anything that he wanted him to say. Yeah. Tonight at 6, we got Steve Logan, 6 to 8, brought to you by Meineke Car Care. Call in and talk to Coach Logan tonight. And then, of course, we're excited about Friday morning. The ECU Marshall game will be at noon. And what is that on?
It's the CBS College
CBS College Sports. Yeah. So we're going to be down at the Varsity Club in downtown Greenville. This is our first ever broadcast down there. I've become a big fan of the Varsity Club. They have some great lunch specials all the time. And they got some good stuff coming up for us on Friday. It's Black Friday. You're going to be tired of turkey. Come down and eat some pizza. They have other great things. They got great salads down there. I've really become a big lunch. I like their lunch a lot at the Varsity Club downtown. It's in the old Boley's Pizza, or if you go back as far as me, the old Treehouse location.
Yeah.
At the corner of 5th and Cotanch. And we'll be down there from 10 to noon broadcasting live. It's our Choose Pews Pirate Game Day Countdown, Black Friday edition, and then the game at noon. We're going to hang around and watch the game, and they're going to have pictures of Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, and PBR for $6. And then pictures of Blue Moon. What's Blue Moon? Is that one of the premium craft
really
beers?
One of my favorite beers, actually.
Pictures of Blue Moon, 312, and Sierra Nevada. I'm not a beer guy. But if you like the premium beers, I got the craft beers too.
And you can't go wrong with any of those.
Just $8 for the premium beers, the Blue Moon, 312, and Sierra Nevada. And then some great pizza specials on Friday for the game as well. Large cheese for $8.50 and a large pepperoni for $9.50. It's at the Varsity Club in downtown Greenville. And you and Jay, is Sonny going to make it over?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Jay Sonholder will be here.
He will be.
You get to sit in Jay's lap and have your picture made. Trent did that on Friday night, actually, over at on the waterfront.
Yeah, that's what a few beer specials at On the Waterfront will do to you. You start hopping in everybody's lap for pictures.
So we'll have a big game. I'm excited about this game. I do believe that Marshall, other than Virginia Tech, might be the best team we've played.
Yeah, and I still think back to what happened last season, and they still have that game on their mind. I know Rakeem Cato
we beat them in triple overtime, right?
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Raheem Cato wanted to come back in the game. Doc Holliday wouldn't let him. He got, really upset. That game's on their mind. They want this game. This is a huge game for them. But if the Pirates win, they will host on the December 7th Conference USA Championship game. And ECU actually received 11 votes this week for the top 25.
I saw that. I saw the CBS poll this morning. East Carolina's up to number 31 in the nation.
So
Duke is 24. If Duke gets beat by Carolina,
I think you'll see ECU slide in before the Conference USA Championship game. Wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe.
If they can get ahead of Texas and or Notre Dame,
I don't know about that. The loss to Tulane hurts, if they hadn't.
Yeah, but they'll be 10-2.
Yeah. Well, the RPI, we just hadn't played anybody that's got. If you beat Marshall, it helps.
It will help.
But I think we've got a higher RPI ranking than Marshall, don't we?
We do. Yep. In fact, ECU has the highest BCS ranking of any team in Conference USA right now. We were checking and talking that.
Which is really good if we end up in a head-to-head with somebody. But I don't think that's going to happen.
It's not going to happen. All we have to do is win out. Now,
right now there are 4 teams in the West that could play in this conference championship game. Right.
Yep.
San Antonio, North Texas, Rice, or Tulane.
And Rice and Tulane played this weekend.
But there's some head-to-heads in there that probably eliminate somebody. But you got 4 teams in the West that have the same record.
Yep. And there's a potential, should ECU lose this weekend, for the Pirates and 2 teams in the West to have the same overall record and the same Conference USA record, which then it would come down to the head-to-heads. There are no head-to-heads between ECU and any of those teams, with the exception of Tulane. Then it would come down to the BCS ranking, should it come down to that. But ECU, you win, you take care of business. No need for the rest of it.
Hey, it's a cold morning out there, and we've been waiting for the right moment to make this announcement. This is probably it right here. There are a lot of kids leaving for school this morning that do not have a coat, and there are a lot of you who have kids that have outgrown their coats, and the coats are in the closet. And you know what? You probably would really like to make sure that these kids that don't have a coat could take advantage of this coat that's just hanging in your closet, right? Think about these kids that don't have a coat on a morning. They got down to 19 degrees this morning. So we are teaming up. WTIB is teaming up. Daryl Harrison from Xerox is going to be a big part of this. The folks from Bowen Cleaners have helped out. We're working with the Operation Santa Claus folks at the Salvation Army to try to get your coat into the hands of the kids. And Bowen Cleaners has agreed to clean the coats for free. It's our WTIB Coats for Kids campaign. We're kicking it off, and they're going to be we're working with Operation Santa Claus, and we're working on a big event that's going to be coming. There are going to be several opportunities for you to drop off your coat, and we'll tell you where. You could drop it off at Bowen Cleaners, any of the local Bowen Cleaners locations. But coming up on December the 13th, when we're live doing the morning show at Rep Express, we're going to have a big Operation Santa Claus event. Daryl Harrison from Xerox is sponsoring the event. Daryl will be with us that morning. And WTIB and Xerox Document Solutions East, a huge Operation Santa Claus event on the morning of December 13th at Rep Express. We're asking you to bring an unwrapped toy to Rep Express that morning. So when you're out shopping, doing your Christmas shopping, go ahead and pick something up and bring it to Rep Express on the morning of December 13th. And we'll try to get these toys through Operation Santa Claus to some needy kids. And here's what I love about Operation Santa Claus: it all stays right here. It all stays right here in Pitt County. We're working with social services and the folks at the Salvation Army. And so it was Daryl Harrison's idea. We're doing that at Rep Express coming up on the 13th. And by the way, that day, if you bring in a toy or a coat, our friend Eric Jarman at Stadium Sports is going to give you a free Pirate T-shirt.
Oh,
how about that?
Nice, yeah.
So mark that on your calendar. It'll be another free breakfast at Rep Express on Friday morning, December 13th, and that's when we'll have our big Operation Santa Claus event with Daryl Harrison from Xerox. Now, if you have a coat that you want to get to Operation Santa Claus, you got a coat that you want to get to kids, and the weather's already turned cold. there are some other opportunities for you to get those coats to these kids. We are as I mentioned, Bowen Cleaners will take the coats, but coming up on next Sunday for the men's and women's basketball game, the folks from the Salvation Army and Operation Santa Claus are going to be at Minges Coliseum, and you can bring your coats or the unwrapped toys to that event. That's next Sunday. I believe the women play at 2. Isn't that right?
Next Sunday.
And the men play at maybe 5 or so. We'll check that out, McGee.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there'll be other opportunities at Walmart down the road, which we'll tell you about. But if you, again, there will be boxes in schools and those kind of things. But again, look in your closet. If you got kids that have outgrown their coats, please look in your closets right now. Pull those coats out, and let's get those coats to some kids that do not have a coat this winter, because it's going to be a cold winter. It's already starting off cold. It's the WTIB Coats for Kids campaign. We're starting it today. So please pull your coats out, and let's get them to Bowen Cleaners, and Bowen will clean them, and we'll get them to the kids.
The women play at 2:30 on Sunday, and the men play at 5.
Yeah. So that's coming up. Again, the first opportunity for you to drop them off if you want to bring them to the basketball game to Minges Coliseum. There'll be folks from Operation Santa Claus at the entrances, and you can drop your coats off there. And bring those coats. If look through your closet today. If you got kids, you've got coats in there that they've outgrown, and there's so many kids that do not have a coat right now. And boy, wouldn't it be nice if they had it this morning when they were going out?
Absolutely.
All right, 10 minutes in front of 9. We'll be back. More Talk of the Town coming up. Sports with McGee coming up right after this.
Accidents can cause serious injuries and create many problems in your everyday life. At the law firm of Hardy & Hardy, we work to protect your rights and help solve your problems.
Attorneys Wayne and Charles Hardy help injured clients understand their rights and work diligently to obtain compensation for their damages and losses. Sharp negotiators, experienced litigators, compassionate attorneys.
If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, count on Hardy & Hardy.
Protecting the rights of the seriously injured.
Unlock the best life has to offer for generations to come. Introducing the Legacy Membership exclusively at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. As a Legacy member, you'll not only enjoy all the benefits of an active, family-friendly lifestyle, your children and grandchildren will enjoy membership status as well. Belonging to Ironwood is remarkable. Sharing it with your entire family is even better. Become a Legacy member today, only at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Golf at its finest, life at its fullest.
Summer may be over, but vacation time starts now. Greenville Toyota is going to give you a payment vacation. Make no payments until 2014 on any new Toyota. Pick the new Toyota you want and don't make a payment until next year. Like the all-new 2014 Corolla, in stock and available now. Only $148 a month. Plus, every new Toyota comes with cover maintenance for life with the Greenville Toyota Advantage. Give Greenville Toyota just 15 minutes to lower your current car payment and then take a payment vacation with no payments till 2014.
The Pirates return to Williams Arena at Minges Coliseum in November. Be part of the action-packed atmosphere as your CIT champion men's basketball team takes to the court. You'll be on your feet and cheering as Conference USA Coach of the Year Heather Macy leads the women's team back to postseason play. Get all 31 home men's and women's games for as low as $100. For tickets, call 252-737-4500 or visit ECUPirates.com.
Top Dog Academy is Eastern North Carolina's complete dog training facility. Top Dog provides an excellent environment for dogs of all ages with training services and work week daycare. Top Dog is located on Highway 43 South, just 4 miles from Bells Fork, and features a comfortable, healthy environment and a spacious facility for daycare and a brand new, beautiful facility for training. Call 752-8215 or visit TopDogOnline.com.
Come on out Highway 43 South to Top Dog Academy, where we know dogs.
Pepsi, born here, raised by Panthers fans everywhere.
Raise your Pepsi for a chance to win the ultimate fan experience. See specially marked 18 packs or visit PepsiRaisedHere.com to learn more.
Talk of the Town Sports, brought to you by Homer Tire and the Homer Tire Real Estate Team. It's Thanksgiving week, but you can believe that doesn't mean Homer will take the week off. They just don't take the week. He did take Saturday and go to the football game because I saw him at the game Saturday. But I promise you, somebody was out working for the Homer Tire Team. If you have not listed your home yet and you're thinking about listing it for sale, this is a great time of year to do it. People, getting to the end of the year now, call Homer Tire, 758-HOME. That's 758-4663. And list your home with Homer Tire. Homer will sell it for you, and if he doesn't sell it by the deadline of the price you need, he'll buy it from you himself, guaranteed. Visit the website, guaranteedsellnc.com, or call him at 758-HOME. Remember, if Homer doesn't sell it, you want to fire him at any time. You can fire him at any time and pay him nothing. You don't get that deal from most agents. Here's McGee on sports.
All right, and we'll begin with the Panthers from yesterday. Cam Newton led a late comeback for the second consecutive week, converting a 4th and 10 situation at the Dolphins 20, at the Panthers 20, that is, with a completion to keep things alive for the Cats. And they Newton hooked up with Greg Olsen with just seconds left to lift the Panthers to a 20-16 win over Miami. Now, that's a 7th straight win for Carolina, their longest streak since 2003. They're now 8-3 on the season. Up next will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the upstart Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, they've won 3 straight after beating Detroit Sunday, 24-21. They picked off Matt Stafford 4 times in that game. Other scores from Week 12, Rams bucked the Bears 42-21. Ravens ground the Jets 19-13. Vikings 26. Packers 26. That game a tie in overtime. Steelers over the Browns 27-11. And the Phillip Rivers touchdown pass with 24 seconds to go lifted the Chargers past the Chiefs 41-38. Sunday Night Football, Tom Brady erased a 24-point deficit. Peyton Manning's touchdown pass forced overtime, and Tony Carter ran into Ryan Allen's punt after it bounced. Nate Ebner recovered for the Patriots at the Broncos 13, and that set up Steven Gostkowski's 31-yard field goal to push the Patriots past the Broncos 34-31. College basketball tonight, 4-1 ECU continues play in the NIT season tip-off against McNeese State. First ever meeting between the Cowboys and the Broncos. Tip-off set for 5 o'clock. And the women, they stayed undefeated with a 93-84 win over Elon Saturday. They're now 5-0 on the season.
Good for Heather Macy and her girls.
Yeah.
Steve Logan tonight at 6, brought to you by Meineke Car Care right here. Funny post on Facebook. Somebody's got the Welcome to Our State billboard with Ronald Reagan in front of it. It says, Ms. Yao, tear down this sign.
Pirates return to Williams Arena at Minges Coliseum in November. Be part of the action-packed atmosphere as your CIT champion men's basketball team takes to the court. You'll be on your feet and cheering as Conference USA Coach of the Year Heather Macy leads the women's team back to postseason play. Get all 31 home men's and women's games for as low as $100. For tickets, call 252-737-4500 or visit ECUPirates.com.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco.
Accidents can cause serious injuries and create many problems in your everyday life. At the law firm of Hardy & Hardy, we work to protect your rights and help solve your problems.
Attorneys Wayne and Charles Hardy help injured clients understand their rights and work diligently to obtain compensation for their damages and losses. Sharp negotiators, experienced litigators, compassionate attorneys.
If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, count on Hardy & Hardy.
Protecting the rights of the seriously injured.
This Christmas season, Sudden Link and Piggly Wiggly are teaming up with the Salvation Army to help local families in need, now at record levels. I'm Jeff Charles, urging you to support the Salvation Army's annual Eastern North Carolina Food Drive. With your help, we can bridge the gap between hunger and hope. Simply place your canned goods and non-perishable food items in a collection box at participating locations. Join us in making a difference. The Salvation Army, doing the most good.
Times are hard, so they trade you what we got. Take
Pepsi, born here, raised by Panthers fans everywhere.
Raise your Pepsi for a chance to win the ultimate fan experience. See specially marked 18 packs or visit PepsiRaisedHere.com to learn more.
Having a vision of what really matters is how we succeed.